We're not going to score many goals like this.
Where are the boys? I guess they're already warmed up.
just hope that's not dumping propane. Will ignite.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not lit?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Green lights on.
I wonder if they can turn all of them on. When one goes on, they all go on.
Well, there's a green button for each section. So like right there, center section's on for an hour. I hit it. That's what turned these on.
Oh.
Yeah, so somebody went and hit them. So.
Oh, and I see what you're saying. The lights on, but we got no flame.
You got a lighter? Yeah. All right, hockey fans, welcome. It's the day after VD, or I should say, it's the day after Valentine's Day. I hope you don't have VD. Interesting. Anyway. Oh, hopefully I didn't just mess that stuff up. Hello. Hello, Dave Selinsky. Good to see you. We are at the Benson Center. The Benson Center. There are 3 sheets of ice in here and one multi-purpose room that is the size of it's a big turf soccer field. And then there's a play area for the little kids to play mini skates. It's pretty cool here. Across the street is the Benson Center ski hill and landfill. Interesting. First shot on net is taken by OHA. We have OHA, Ontario Hockey Academy, the home team in white, starting off going from left to right versus the Utica Junior Comets, the visiting team in red, going from right to left. Puck comes around. Cameron Dallin trying to grab that off the board. Still battling against Fabian Caution. Caution able to send that puck down, goes back behind the net. Little drop pass back, gets knocked away. Law feeds this up to Dallin. Dallin doesn't receive that. And Janik picks that up in the neutral zone. Oliver Janik. D-to-D pass for OHA. Coming up with this puck is Loshing. Morton comes over the blue line, gets around Dallin, forced in a deep shot on net. Save made. Luke Bell. Puck comes all the way out to the point. Jordan Laycock fires that in. Gets stuck in some bodies in traffic in front of Foul with another save. Puck goes to the corner. Tyler Main wrapping up Koroshalov. A shot taken high by Laycock, comes down. Loshing picks it up at the hash mark, feeds this into the corner. Now back behind the net for Dmitry Tvertovsky. Out to the point to point. Loshing draws this back, sends this in deep, goes all the way around to the far corner. Manuel Baudouin trying to grab that puck, taken away by Tyler May. Tyler feeds this up. Gavin Aceto not able to catch it, pushed back in. LeBoeuf fires it back out. Drew Main's got his eyes on the biscuit. Picked up first, though, by Tobias Tomek. Tomek fires this out, blocked by Gavin Aceto. Aceto penetrating back into the O-zone, loses that puck. It trickles behind the net. Dmitry Tatovsky fires this up to the point for Koroshalov. Koroshalov's pass to Dmitry is missed, and they're going to go off for their line change. Witchley fires this behind the net for Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee up to Gavin Aceto as he absorbs the check. Drew Main fires that into the far corner. Cutting it off is the goaltender, Adam Varacek. Passes this to Laycock. Laycock breaking out through the neutral zone. Goes on the far side. Laycock in deep. Bottom of the circle. Centering bad shot and a goal. Laycock to, I believe that's DeBrugen. Let me see. It is DeBrugen. So it is an OHA, Ontario Hockey Academy goal scored by number 68, DeBrugen, assisted by 46, Jordan Laycock. Time of the OHA goal, 2:19 of the first period. They lead 1-0. Colin Aceto gets that over to Lashinsky. Lashinsky dumps that puck in, goes after it on the far side. Battle for it. Colin Aceto can't stop it. Lashinsky got a piece of that puck, picking it up and coming out. Oliver Danik into the slot. Backhand pass. And a Luke Bell shot, save, and then another shot and a goal. Same line, this time scored by Gunner. So these boys can't stay wide open like that. That was not difficult to do. Goal scored, OHA goal scored by number 11, Gunner, assisted by 68, DeBrugen from 46, Laycock. Time of the OHA goal, 2:47 of the first period. They lead 2-1. There's a pass out in the middle. Shot taken by DeBrugen. Law takes it out. Oh, and he pushes back on Law. DeBrugen doesn't like it when somebody back checks. Heaven forbid you play defense. That was a clean play by Law. He checked DeBrugen as he was taking the shot. DeBrugen obviously didn't like that because he took a goal away from him. And Law is going to go to the box. Oh, LeBeouf. I'm sorry, it was LeBeouf, not Law. I just saw the 8. And they're both going. So each team has 2 players in the penalty box right now. I don't know if they're 2 and 10s or 2 2-minute penalties. I didn't think this was that hard to figure out. Not exactly sure what they're talking about. Okay, so I think we're going to get incidental minors on LeBeouf and DeBrugen, and then possibly some roughing minors. We'll have 4-on-4 roughing for jumping in after the fact on Busy Castro and Law. Maybe Law is part of the incidental and LeBeouf is for jumping in after. All right, so it looks like Utica is going to be on the power play, and I'm not sure why. Bunch of people in the box. Time of the penalties, 3:12. And it's a Utica Junior Comets power play. This puck comes out of the zone. And Gavin Aceto reach for it. So we'll have the face-off in the neutral zone for the offsides. Face-off driven in deep. Tyler Maiden racing after. First person to it is Jordan Laycock. Sends this behind the net. Loshing grabs it, sends this around. It's a big swing and a miss. Witchley grabs this, feeds this over to Aiden Van Wee. Van Wee puts that on net. Shot and a save made by Adam Barachik. It goes up and hits the netting off of his twig. Faceoff comes back to Van Wee. Aiden passes this over to Gavin Aceto. Shot. That gets blocked. Comes back. Van Wee grabs it at the point. Board pass over to Gavin. Gavin to the middle. Tyler over to Witchley to Drew. And that one-timer goes wide left. Tough grab by Fabian Caution. And he sends that all the way down the length of the ice. Gavin Aceto from the trapezoid brings this out, passes this over to Drew Main. Drew has to play this off the board. If somebody can go into our chat and let them know that I am live right now, that would be terrific. Tell them to subscribe, and then they'll know ahead of time. Drew Main feeds that in low. Witchley looking, well, a hook on Utica while we had possession of the puck. That's a rare one. So Utica Junior Comets penalty number 23, Tyler Main. 2-minute minor for hooking. Time the minor penalty, 4:21. We're just going to wait for the scorekeeper, the scoreboard operator, to get that up on the board. He's working on it. Thank you for putting that note in the chat. He said 4. I don't know. I've never heard of a 4-minute hooking penalty when you have the puck. So it is a double minor, a 4-minute penalty on Tyler Main. I didn't even notice the hook. You think that for 4 minutes he should have, I don't know, caught a salmon or something. I can't imagine a 4-minute hook. Although, I guess we're seeing it. That puck fired in all the way around. Aiden Van Wee holds this at the point. Oh, this game is going to get ugly. You might want to call your friends. Tell them to turn this one on. Yesterday's officials never blew the whistle. These officials are making stuff up as they go along. That puck fed out to Bedoin. Bedoin coming in. Witchley on him. Shot, save made. Luke Bell covers it up. Face off to the left side of Bell, taken by Dmitry Tatovsky and Colin Aceto. Aceto pulls this back. Aiden Van Wee sends this around on the side. Chad Hall pops this out into the neutral zone. Grabbed by Loshing. Feeds this back over to Tatovsky. And Dmitry fires that all the way around far side down. Looks over his shoulder. Puck comes up to the point. Grabbed by Laycock. Laycock to Loshing. Loshing tic-tac-toeing this through. Swing and a miss as Dan-Dalin takes out his player. Puck picked up by Gunner. Gunner back out to the point for Laycock. Laycock to Loshing. Loshing misses. picks us up off the boards, fires this in deep as he's got no idea what else to do with that puck. Comes all the way around for DeBruschen. He lets that go up to Laycock. Laycock back to DeBruschen. DeBruschen fires that back behind the net. Dmitry Tatowski picks that up in the trapezoid, fires this up for DeBruschen. He misses it. Laycock grabs it, sends this back. Dalin catches it, but DeBruschen recovers to Laycock, to Loshing. Loshing to Dmitry. Tatowski across into the slot. DeBruschen shot and a goal. It's a power play goal for DeBruschen from Tatowski. From Loshing. So there's 2:21 remaining in the penalty against Tyler Maine. That should drop down to 2 minutes now or release him. But there's no such thing as a 4-minute penalty. It's 2 minutes. Should come down to 2 minutes, right? Bear with me 1 second, please. It's like we're in a country that doesn't know the rules for hockey. Didn't they invent it? Oh, now we're waiting for the scoreboard operator to get that down to 2 minutes remaining in the second half of a 4-minute hooking penalty against Tyler Maine. There we go. So OHA on the power play. Face off won by OHA. Puck back to Tomek. Tomek feeds this over to Busy Casco. Milan takes this around his net up on the near side. Got past Law. Penetrates into the O-zone all the way in. Coast to coast. Looking for somebody to pass to. Sends this back to Caution. Caution over to Tomek. Tomek. And this comes back over to Busy Casco. He has to hit it with his skate. Baki almost able to get that out. Pass over to Caution. Back to Busy Casco. Caution over to Busy Casco. Busy Casco fires that shot off the leg pad of Xavier Baki back into the neutral zone. Puck fed forward. Dmitry Tatowski picks this back up. Looks like line one's trying to come back out, and that puck is stolen by Drew Maine. Drew, it's a 1-on-2. Little toe drag, backhand, and that goes across the top of the paint off the boards. Gavin Aceto sliding up, not able to tape that puck. Tobias Tomek coming away with it over the blue line into the O-zone. Drop that off for Noah Brewer's shot, deflected away, goes into the corner, picked up by Dmitry Tatowski. Back out to Menard. Menard sends this over for Brewer. Shot fired, blocked in front by Chad Hall. Puck trickles its way to the neutral zone. Tatowski recovers, tries to gain possession of this puck, and does. Feeds this over to Loshing. Loshing out on the ice with 5 other players. We're not going to worry about that, though, apparently. Janik now cycling this puck back in his end of the ice. Trades with Bedoin. Bedoin coming out near side, cuts to the middle, passes puck over to Janik. Janik sends this over for Karashalov. Excuse me. 5 seconds remaining in the penalty against Tyler Maine. These boys are certainly a lot more chippy today than they were yesterday. Oh, looks like we got Oliver Janik is still laying on the ice. I didn't even realize they had a player down on the ground. What was this 4-minute for? Cross check? So another 4-minute penalty issued. And it's like Oliver Janik is okay. It's always good to see. But Utica Junior Comets penalty number 18, Joseph LaBeouf, 4 minutes, a double minor for cross-checking. Time of the minor penalty, 7:58. Referee explaining to LaBeouf why he gave him 4 minutes for it. So 2 seconds of a 5-on-3, and then Tyler Main is going to race out onto the ice and try to support his team to the best of his abilities. And then we'll have 3 minutes and 58 seconds of a 5-on-4. Gavin Aceto taking a face-off against Dmitry Tatovsky. Aceto wins the draw, pulls this puck back. Luke misses jumping on it. Aiden Van Wee not able to clear that out. Tyler Main on the ice. Puck sent into the corner. Back out to the point for Menard. To Loshing. Sends this in across in the slot. Back out Loshing. Loshing fires this across. Tyler kicks it. And that puck is cleared by Aiden Van Wee. Loshing back to get this puck. Gavin Aceto scares him back into his trapezoid. Tyler Main keeping him honest. Puck passed up Karashalov. Karashalov feeds this over to Menard. Menard breaks the barrier into the offensive zone. Menard stops in the corner, looking for somebody to pass to. Van Wee tips that puck away, rips it around. Dmitry Tatovsky misses it, catches up to it, and takes that puck into the center point position. Short pass to Bedoin. Bedoin back to Loshing. Loshing winds up shot. Save, Luke Bell. Three minutes remaining in the cross-check penalty against Joe LaBeouf. DeBrugen coming in to face off against Colin Aceto. Colin wins the draw, but OHA takes possession of the puck. A busy Casco fires this in, deflected in front, save made to Luke Bell. Luke doing fancy goalie tricks to hand that puck to the official. These officials appear to be letting OHA do whatever they want. Colin Aceto taking the face-off against Oliver Janik. Comes back to the point. Laycock with it. Laycock fires this over for DeBrugen. Across the one-timer by Janik is missed. Janik takes his puck behind the net. A little short pass to DeBrugen. DeBrugen. That came out. That's an offside. That should go all the way down. That was wicked intentional. Come on now. Janik facing off against Colin Aceto. Puck drawn back by OHA. Laycock with it. Board pass into the zone. Dan-Dalin grabs it, fires this off the board, and down to the OHA end it goes. Puck retrieved by Busy Casco. Busy Casco from his trapezoid. Colin Aceto trying to keep him honest. It's blocked. Gunner tips this over to DeBrugen. DeBrugen into the O-zone. Colin Aceto back checking, trying to drive DeBrugen into the boards and does. Puck comes free, far side. Oliver Janik sends this back out to Busy Casco. Fires this in, and that is covered up. There's a late hit. Everybody's coming in to protect their teammates. It's DeBrugen starting things again. He's being escorted. Hopefully Chad Hull's just going to our bench, and he is. 4 minutes pour seulement un an. Well, DeBrugen, very upset. He only gets a 2-minute penalty, though. So it'll be 4-on-4. There's 2 minutes left in the penalty on LeBeouf. Or maybe he is going to give him a 4-minute penalty. All right, it stays. So OHA penalty number 68, DeBrugen, 2-minute minor for cross-checking, I think. Time of the minor penalty, 9:58. It matches the exact amount of time that's left on LeBeouf's penalty, so it'll be 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes. Here's the face-off. Drew Main pushes this forward. Taking it back is Loshing, feeds this up to Caution. Caution trying to get that out, Witchley able to hold it in, but Loshing comes up and grabs that puck. Loshing weaves his way in. Aiden Van Wee comes over, takes that puck away as Loshing was knocked off that puck. Caution sends this to the corner, chases after it. Aiden Van Wee on him. Aiden Van Wee checks him in the trapezoid. Puck trickles to the corner. Noah Brewer picks it up, sends this out to the point for Tomek. Back to Brewer. Brewer shot, deflected, goes up and catches the netting. We'll have a face-off in the Utica zone. 6:29 remaining in the first period. 1:26 remaining in the 4-on-4 play. OHA with 3 goals. Utica with 0. You can just catch that scoreboard in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Tyler Main taking the face-off against Beaudoin. Beaudoin pulls this back. Menard over to Laycock. Laycock feeds this through to Beaudoin. Beaudoin loses it as Tyler Main forces him into the neutral zone. Tyler all over him. Beaudoin recovers, feeds this puck up to Koroshalov. Oh, hard time saying that name. Puck turned over. Here's Tyler Main, and he's got Law in the middle, in the slot. Shot fired, glove saved by Adam Barasic. Tyler Main taking the face-off against Beaudoin. He said shift. No, it wasn't the first shift. Puck turned over. Oh, coming back with it, though. Jordan Laycock. Puck held in and taken away. Battle for it. Now picking it up is Koroshalov. Koroshalov trying to serpentine his way through the neutral zone. Dumps that puck in, and he's going to go all for a change. Gunner jumps on in his place. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Law with the check. Kicks that puck up to his twig, but Gunner right there grabs that puck and feeds it back to Laycock. Laycock skating up with this puck on the near side into the O zone. That's a hard shot off the glass, held in by Oliver Janik. Puts this into the corner for Laycock. There's a big check going on there. Puck leaks over to the official. Cameron Dallin gets it, puts this into the trapezoid. Gunner comes away, grabs that puck, and it is a... What is that? A 4-minute penalty for hugging. Oh yeah, we're making new things up now. So OHA penalty on number 46, Jordan Laycock. 4 minutes, a double minor for a bear hug, apparently. So it's 4-on-3 right now. And OHA wins that faceoff. Time of the penalty, 11:50. And now it's 5-on-4. Utica on the power play. Aiden Van Wee fires that up. That got touched by Busy Casco. Drew Main picks it up. Shot high. Off the glass. Drops down. Gavin Aceto trying to hold it in. Not able to. Dmitry Tatosky takes his puck away. Comes in. Toe drag. And they are offside. Zabrusian. A little too excited. He gets excited around the crease and excited at the blue line. Tatosky facing off against Tyler Main. Dimitri wins that draw, pulls it back to Busy Casco. Busy Casco is going to burn as much time as he can. Drew coming in, puck fired up. Aiden Van Wee gets a piece of it to slow it down. It's on its edge, wiggling. Aiden forced back behind the net, and he grabs and throws Dmitry Tatosky to the ice. Drew Main absolutely gets murdered in the corner. So Van Wee certainly picked up and threw Tatosky to the ground, but he was in control, never hurt him. Drew Main, that looked like intent to injure to me. This is still the first period, I'm telling you. If you know anybody that likes to see violent youth hockey, this looks like it's going to be the game. Yep, the takedown was clean. I liked it. Oh, and now we're going to get a bench minor. Oh, and Pinard just got thrown out of the game for standing up for his players. Now he's going to get his say in. Oh, I wish we had him mic'd. No idea what kind of penalties we're going to be assessed here. Get the rest from yesterday that didn't call anything. Or, I mean, this is. So, CAF is having a calmer conversation with the officials. Well, if anybody's expecting their player and significant other to be home on time today, we're going to be late. So Lashinsky's in the box for 4 minutes. Time of the penalty, 12:44. I didn't even think Ian was involved at all in any of that. But oh, he's serving the bench minor. Okay. So Ian Lashinsky is serving the bench minor, a 4-minute bench minor for Coach Bernard. Here's OHA, drop pass back, and Tomek fell down. Oh my God, it's like he's a soccer player. Get up! Here comes Law over the blue line, takes that shot, save made. LaBeouf grabbing that rebound at the hash mark. Puck pulled out by DeBrugen. DeBrugen bringing this into the offensive zone. DeBrugen trying to keep this away from Gavin Aceto. Gavin knocks it away. Dmitry Tatovsky picks that puck up. Shot blocked by Chad Hull. Colin tries clearing this out. Not. Oh, and out it comes. Ripped back in by Menard, but OHA has to check up on sides. While they do, Chad Hull takes this puck up on the near side. Coming over is Fabian Caution. He's able to squeeze that puck away. Passes it to Busy Casco. Busy Casco up to Brewer. Brewer back over to Loshing. Loshing attacked by Tyler Main. Tyler knocks that puck free. Caution grabs it, though. Feeds it over to Busy Casco. Busy Casco trying to come up with that puck. He gets checked by Chad Hull. Gavin Aceto over to Witchley. Here comes Witchley with this puck up on the near side. Over into the O-zone. Witchley shot. Oh, just misses wide right. Gavin Aceto not able to hold that puck in. Going to cycle this back. We got 4-on-4 hockey for another minute and a half. Aiden Van Wee hits Witchley. Witchley into the neutral zone. Over the center line. Dumps that puck in. Loshing goes on one side. Tyler on the other side. Puck played out by the goaltender. Witchley turns and fires this into the corner. Loshing in to get it. Sends this back into the trapezoid. Busy Casco picks it up. Feeds this out to Brewer. Brewer sends this across to nobody. Loshing picks it up off the board. Sends this into the far corner. Witchley going back after it. Caution there. Puck goes into the trapezoid. Caution comes out with it. Caution centering pass. And Karashalov fires that way high. Puck comes out to Busy Casco. Busy Casco off the boards into the corner. Aiden Van Wee picks this puck up. Van Wee on the far side. Whoops, Tyler Main lost his edge, goes down, able to get that puck back to Van Wee, though. He gets checked by Busy Casco. That puck coasts its way into the corner. Oliver Janik from the trapezoid. Leaves it there for Loshing. Martin passes this puck over to Janik. Janik into the offensive end. Stops at the top of the circle. And Bakke gets in the way. LaBeouf pokes at that puck. And Bakke able to get that out, but in his way is Menard. Menard takes the puck, feeds this over to Tomek. Tomek out to Janik. Janik into the offensive end, feeds this off to Koloshalov. Shot, save made, Luke Bell. LaBeouf coming out into the neutral zone. LaBeouf dumps this puck in. Dalin on the left side is going to let Bakke go in after it. Utica shorthanded now, 5-on-4. Karashalov from his corner. Bakke coming to keep him honest. Pass out to Gunner. Dalin went to attack. Gunner with it. Feeds this over to Tatovsky. Tatovsky fires this in. Dalin with a big hit. Gunner sends that in deep. Chad Hull. Oh, Dmitry trying to sneak under Chad's arm. Puck pass back out to the point for Tomek. Tomek fires that shot. Save made, Luke Bell. DeBrugen takes us over to the side, top of the circle. DeBrugen shot wide left off the backboard. Tomek going up. DeBrugen grabs it, sends this back to Tomek at the point. Tomek, point to point, D to D. Menard has to play it off the boards. Bakke couldn't block that puck. Goes into the corner. Gunner sends this into the trapezoid. Dmitry going around. Chad Hull to get this in the corner. Hull checking him. Gunner rips this around. It's by DeBrugen, and that's the end of the period. Tomek, the last one to touch the puck. At the end of one period of play, it is OHA 3, Utica 0. And I don't know, are we cutting the ice or no? I don't think so. So the sign out front said they were cutting the ice after each period, but we normally only cut the ice after 2. Yeah, this is some of the most lopsided officiating I've seen in a while. you bring your skates? Yeah. Do you know what that penalty is? Yeah, I don't know. All right. Period number 2 about to start. Shout out to my sponsors, Two Broke Moms, located on North Jefferson Street in Pulaski, next to the Dollar General, the official merchandise supplier of the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence. Stop in and get a hat made for yourself, or a t-shirt, sweatshirt, keychain. They do all sorts of cool things. Jeff and Jen. If you need like fundraisers too, they can help you with that as well. They've got 20 local vendors that have that are selling their stuff on the shelves. So, all right, look at that 5-on-5 hockey. We'll see how long this lasts for. I'll go through the rest of my sponsors later. Tyler Main taking a face off against Janik. Janik pulls this over to the side. Brewer misses it, plays this off the board, trying to push this puck in. Comes out into the middle. Caution sends this back to Laycock. Laycock back out into the neutral zone for Caution. Caution into the offensive end. Drop pass back for Janik, who misses it. Laycock there, though. Puck comes into the slot, grabbed by Chad Hull. Hull sends this around behind his goal. Tyler Main pulls this puck out. Stolen by Caution. Caution and Aceto collide. Menard to Brewer, shot, save, rebound. Sent up high. Gavin Aceto picks that puck up off the board. Feeds this to Baki. Baki coming out. Has that knocked away, but it goes into the corner. Baki going after it. Check on Menard. Puck comes back on the near side. OHA punches it out. Tyler Main grabs it. Rips this puck right back in to the OHA end of the ice. Laycock from his trapezoid. Chased out by Gavin Aceto, feeds his puck up, comes into the neutral zone. LeBeouf is going to collect it there. LeBeouf passes over to Dalin. Dalin misses the pass, plays it off the boards up to Tyler Main, and Tyler misses it. Menard, D-to-D pass over to Laycock. Laycock off the boards for Karashalov. Karashalov centering pass, blocked by LeBeouf. LeBeouf feeds this out into the neutral zone. Tomek there, rips his puck back in. LeBeouf going back after it. He gets checked by Karashalov. Puck goes to Wichley. Wichley pops this out into the neutral zone. Busy Caxo turns this back into the Utica end. Wichley, with time, takes this to his trapezoid. Stop short. Dmitry Tatovsky falls down. Ice is slippery. Wichley fires this ahead, goes right to Tomek. Tomek turns this back to Wichley. Wichley thrown in over the back of the official. Wichley sweeps the legs of Karashalov. Oh, and no penalty called there. I can't figure it out. Wichley fires that. Oh, and it hit Law in the head. Good thing, too. Otherwise, it would have been an icing. Tomek grabs this from behind his net, sends this over to the corner. Dimitri tries playing this out. Fired in. Save made. Colin Aceto shot. Tip. Colin grabs this out of the air, drops it down, centering pass, loose puck. Coming up with it is Busy Casco. Feeds this up for Karashalov. Karashalov into the Ozo. 1-on-2. Shot hit to the side by Luke Balf. Picked up on the far side by Caution. That comes in, and Balf covers it up in the crease. Faced off to the left side of Luke Balf. Like Janik squaring off against Tyler Main. Tyler wins the draw. LeBeouf takes it, and it goes out of play. Do face off in the same spot again. Janik and Tyler. Janik wins this time. Gunner takes that puck, feeds it back out to the point for Loshing. Janik on the side, in the corner, knocked off that puck. DeBruschen sends it back behind. Gunner goes after it. Chad Hall presses Gunner up against the board. Gunner flicks this to the corner for DeBruschen. DeBruschen back to Laycock at the point. Laycock shot, save, Luke Bell. DeBruschen in the corner, feeds us behind the net to Janik. Janik skates us up to the hash mark, back to the point for Loshing. Loshing to Janik. Janik into the corner for Gunner. Gunner drops his puck back. LeBeouf trying to cut it off. He gets hit by DeBruschen. This is a board pass to Laycock. Laycock sends it back over to Janik. Janik comes out to the top of the circle. Now he's at the center point. Feeds this ahead for Loshing. Loshing in at the bottom of the faceoff circle. Behind the net, coming for the wraparound. Pass it across. One-timer. Glove save by Luke Bell. 13:21 remaining in the second period. 3-0 OHA with the lead over Utica. Oh, and we got a head contact penalty against LeBeouf. A 4-minute head contact. He loves the number 4. And a bench minor as well. These poor girls working the score clock. They don't understand either. So it'll be 5-on-3 hockey here. A 4-minute double minor head contact against Joe LeBeouf, and then a bench minor for Calf complaining about a 4-minute head contact, served by Lashinsky in the box. Time of the penalties, 3:39 of the second period. Menard feeds this over to Tatoski, back to Menard. And Tatoski misses that pass off the board, feeds this back to Menard. Menard to Tatoski. Tatoski moves in at the dot, back out to Menard. Menard over to Bizicasco. Bizicasco in it, and there's a shot and a goal. Tatoski. So OHA goal scored by number 39, Dmitry Tatovsky, assisted by number 5, Milan Bizicakso, from the official. Because seriously, they handed them that.